a weird lackluster season in many ways, which I know sounds depressing, and it really actually kind of is.
Is it? Because there's so much good stuff that's returning,
but at the
there's
same
not
time,
a lot of room to get invested in new stuff.
That's a very pessimistic way to look at things. For me, it's, I love, it sounds in some ways flaky, but I love falling in love with new television. Like, I love the feeling of watching a pilot like Sleepy Hollow last year and being so genuinely shocked by it and just wanting more. And I love...
That's not going to happen this year, I think, for a lot of people.
No, and I don't think it will. I think there are a handful of genuinely good pilots that could stack up to, say, what we got last year or a couple seasons ago, whatever. I think The Flash is one of them. I think The Flash could have been super cheesy. I think there could have been a lot of acting problems. There weren't. I thought the tone balance was great. I thought the acting was on point. I think it set up some things that I'm not going to spoil, but I'm really excited for because I don't know what the bleep is going on. I think it's really cool they got John Wesley's ship because I know they're really excited about that.
That is
and
cool.
I've been excited about that for a while.
And that's the thing, like, they've gotten some really great people that we haven't even seen yet because they're not in the pilot.
Right, like the Prison Break.
In general, they're doing, it seems like they're doing a really good job of crafting the season. And
it's a situation where, like you said, it's the team behind Arrow, and these guys, for the most part, because Mark Guggenheim is still solely on Arrow. But at the same,
but I just meant the team in general is so strong.
But with Andrew, with Greg, with Jeff, there is such a genuine love of this genre and of these characters that I don't doubt that they are genuinely trying to do what is best for this show, and I'm really hopeful. I feel like there's aside. I did mention that in our earlier chat. This is one of the other shows that I feel like I'd be shocked if it's not a huge success. Like it's
so on brand
It is probably the safest bet of the season
and
because there's nothing else. I mean, I have other things in my mind I'm not going to say out loud, but no, it is one of the only ones that I'd be genuinely shocked. I mean, because with ratings these days and the way television goes, you just don't know. But this is one that feels it's a good show, thankfully, and also feels so perfectly on brand for CW, perfectly just positioned for the way that they did things. I think they were actually really smart by opting not to make The Flash a full backdoor pilot. Because, I mean, that's what they intended to do last season. And it was nice.
It would have been fine.
It would have been fine, but I think giving it its own, what we got with this actual pilot that you guys will see soon and we've seen is
it leaked, so they may have seen it too.
Don't do that. Anyways. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can say what you're going to say because their chances are people have already seen it.
I'm not going to say it. No, my point was just that, now I lost my point.
Well, you were saying that that it's nice that they didn't do a backdoor pilot because with this pilot
right, well, with the pilot we've seen, we got so much stuff, and I feel like it was a very full and rounded pilot, then I can't imagine trying to weave any of the Arrow stuff into it. I imagine they would have probably woven more than a quick scene with Steven, which has already been leaked, that's out there. But I feel like it's something where it worked really well, and I think having some of the background from the Arrow episodes is just nice extra color. Like, it's not essential to have seen those, but it's still nice to have gotten that time and see what he was like before his world so drastically changed. So yeah, it's one of the shows I'm most excited about. It's one of the shows that I think should hopefully do well, and I really hope people will gravitate to it.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely, I think, well produced. Yeah. I think the reason that I had trouble picking was partially because, like, it's great for, like, fanboys are gonna love it. People who don't know the Flash, I think, will like fanboys and girls will love it. People who don't necessarily like know the Flash diehard, I think, will still enjoy it.
I mean, I don't know the Flash diehard.
Okay.
Like, I can't say that, I read all the comics and everything. I've done research for covering the show, but I just enjoy what they've done.
Right, and I think sets it apart too. That's a really strong selling point for it. I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard season, you guys.
So yeah. That's our take on the shows, and because we're not talking about cable yet, I'm just gonna
Oh
say
my God.
we're not talking about cable at all.
We can, but like
there's too many shows.
There's so much.
All I want to say is you should also watch The Affair, which is probably the best show coming up on TV. Period. So
no, we can talk about that separately later.
Maybe we don't know what's going to happen in life, so just in case, watch The Affair on Showtime. Yay! So this is our Vodcast. I'm Marisa at Marisa Rothman.
Danielle at Danielle TVD.
Thanks for watching Me and Pets.